Drop it.
Yeah. Those Eagles, y'all. Phillies. Yeah. 76ers. Take 215. About to go live. We elite boy street Philly on the rise. Wise guys, no surprise. Haters will despise. We debate every take. Hit the like and subscribe.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Take 215. My name is Deja. This is my dad, Ryan.
Yeah, with the deal.
Thank y'all for joining us, and we go to the Super Bowl.
To the Super Bowl, son. The Super Bowl,
Make sure y'all like and subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcast. All that information will be linked down below. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling great. Like Tony the Tiger on the cornflakes box, son.
So we will go ahead and get right into it.
Yes.
We're going to recap the NFC Championship game and then preview a little bit of us down in New Orleans, baby.
Yeah. And, of course, we got a special guest coming on this show. His station is Facts and Stats. My boy, Rob. We're going to bring Rob in to share this great Super Bowl game with us.
Super Bowl preview. We're going to talk about the NFC Championship game a little bit, go over the, kind of pick that apart, and then we'll get into our preview against the Kansas City Chiefs in, what's today, Friday?
Yeah,
Saturday. So
Saturday.
In like a week. So we got a little bit of time to enjoy before I get nervous.
Salivate.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Rob right here, y'all. What's going on, Rob?
What's up, Rob?
Oh, man, I'm hyped. Y'all see the shirt. I wore this for the last podcast. Matter of fact, this is conference championship, John. This is the last one.
2022.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up.
I'm right on time. But, hey, Facts and Stats Sports Podcast, _Facts and Stats on Instagram. And, yeah, I'm ready to talk about this Super Bowl.
Yeah, you ready to talk about it? And so if memory serves, you're in the D.C. area, right? The DMV?
Yeah, man, I'm from D.C. I'm happy to be on a podcast where I ain't got to defend the Eagles. I ain't got to fight for the Eagles. It's just positive vibes all around. That's what I'm excited for.
So since you in the DMV, we'll go ahead and kind of talk a little bit about the game. What was this? Last Sunday.
Yeah.
NFC Championship game. Eagles 55, Commanders 23, belt to ass.
Yeah, for sure.
So how was the area like leading up to that game? I'm sure you was one of the few people that was on the other side.
Yeah, the area was crazy. First, the area was beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, because we ain't seen that down here in so long.
Right.
So the whole area was excited. You were saying Commander stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Of course, they arguing with me, saying, "Oh well, if we got this far, then why Jaden Daniels can't take us to the Super Bowl, all that." But I was dealing with all that. We went live every day that week.
I seen that.
Had my man Ryan on
Yeah.
one show last week, because that's how much stuff we had to get off our chest. Yeah, it was fun though.
But you did
back and forth.
You did a great job because everybody was against you, man.
Yeah,
everybody. You was the only Eagle fan on there.
Had to stand tall for us, but hey. The Eagles gave me a lot to support this year, so I wasn't nervous.
Let me ask you something. How did you become an Eagle fan? You from DC?
Oh man, for real. The Redskins at that time, they were sucking so bad. I just couldn't support the team, but I love sports too much to really rock with a bad team, a bad organization from top to bottom. So I like Donovan McNabb. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my favorite players. And that's what got me into the Eagles for real. And ever since, I've been rocking with them.
That's what's up. So what we got, Day?
So I mean, I know the city was excited, like you said, Jaden Daniels. I mean, he had a great year.
Yeah,
he had a great year. I'm not taking nothing away from him. I was a little confused as to why people were saying that he was better than Jalen Hurts, but whatever. I digress. 1 year, it's just a small sample size. So I mean, but kudos to him. He's definitely going offensive rookie of the year, as he should. He had a really good game. But did you ever feel like there was a chance that they would be able to beat us? I didn't, but
I thought they had a good chance at a close game.
Okay.
I did not see a blowout coming. I say that much. But like I said, I wasn't nervous coming into the game. And Daniels, I mean, as good as he is, we done got an interception off him in every game this season.
Yeah.
The ball over back to back to back. So yeah.
He honestly, I wasn't shocked that it was a blowout because when Jalen went out the second game around NDC, it was about to be a blowout. So it was almost like a preview of what was about to come. Like in that game, they turned the ball over 5 times, but I think Kenny Pickett only converted for, I think, 6 points out of those 5 turnovers.
Right.
And I think it was 21-7 when Jalen went out.
Yeah, 21-7. Yeah.
So to me, I was a little nervous, obviously, because I'm nervous before every game, but I wasn't shocked when we started cooking them because I mean, to me, it was just like the game that we played them in DC was like foreshadowing to what was about to come. Albeit I was still a little nervous in the fourth quarter because of what he has done in the regular season. Like they come back like, all the time.
Yeah, they're cardiac kids.
Yeah.
But you did say, hey, Rob, my daughter said, yo, Dad, we might blow them out. And she said it.
Yeah. I just didn't see it like roster for, if you go like spot for spot, our starters and their starters, it's really not even close. Like, they got some good defensive players. And I think they was missing Deron Payne or Jonathan Allen.
Yeah. Jonathan Allen played, but they was missing Payne. And what's the Rob? What's the offensive lineman that was missing? Cosme?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the guard.
Yeah.
I think that's their best offensive lineman.
Yeah, but
so I wasn't really. I don't know. Just like I said, if you go down the roster of the starters, it's just head and shoulders, better than them. I think that they're going to be good in the future. And honestly, I know Marshawn Lattimore he didn't play in the first match. he washed. He not what he once was. We got to start. We have to say like. I missed the the Marshawn Lattimore and
from the Saints
and Mike Evans battles. Like now it's about to be Marshawn Lattimore and AJ Brown constantly. But to me, they were acting like that was going to be a key because did he not play or maybe he didn't?
He didn't play the first game.
The first game he didn't play.
He didn't play the first game.
Okay, the second game I think he did, but again it was Kenny Pickett throwing to AJ Brown. So I just he washed. I don't think he just and even when he played against Kenny Pickett. I think it was like 4 or 5 PIs that AJ Brown drew.
Right.
But yeah, all that to say, I wasn't shocked.
AJ Brown had like 100 yards, and Marshawn Lattimore had about 100 yards worth of penalties.
I know.
Yeah, he was. They thought that was going to be such a game changer for them on the back end.
Right.
They had their rookie. What's his name? Something like that. The rookie good. He's pretty good. What's his name?
Sanders.
Yeah, he's pretty good. All that to say, I just think it was just too much.
Yep.
We had just had too much offensive power. And before I let you go, Saquon Barkley ran for 200 plus yards in every single game against them. So the way that I knew, I was like, oh, they not serious. When the first play that we get the ball, he break one. I said, they not serious. I said, we about to blow them out. Because if you took anything from the 2 past games that we just played, y'all, it was that don't let Saquon
beat you.
And what they do, they let Saquon beat them.
2K save from the giddy up.
Yeah.
But it was a good game. Hey, Rob, what really freaked me out about that game, Rob, was that guy Luvu jumping over the line. That guy 2 kinds of crazy, ain't he? He was smiling and laughing. What you think about that when he was jumping over the line for the brotherly shove? Yeah.
Man, I was dying laughing myself. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, we got the league that shook.
Yeah.
That the refs had to come out and say, hey, y'all do that again, we just got to give them 6 points. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
No,
I'm expecting Kansas City to do a couple of them too.
Yeah.
Because most people didn't know that was a thing. They went deep into the rule book to say that they can award a touchdown. But somebody also made a good point. They was like the reason that because I think it was a year or 2 ago they was about to ban the tush push,
right?
Or they were talking about it. But the reason that it's not banned is the exact reason why is because if you watch that Kansas City and Buffalo game. Josh Allen didn't get it twice in like 2 pivotal moments.
Right.
So that goes to show you it's not a gimme play. So that right there is why it's not being banned because it's all about the personnel and the people that you got running it.
Right. And a lot of people try to emulate it, but they can't. They can't formulate it.
Yeah. So that's that's why it's not being banned. But kind of getting into this game. So Jalen threw for he was 20 of 28 for 246 yards, 1 touchdown. We had 7 rushing touchdowns, which is the most in NFL history. I think in a game. It might not even be an NFC, or is it a playoff game? Maybe a playoff game. Yeah, probably a playoff game. And overall, people's like, oh, Jalen can't throw the ball. He can't throw the ball. So what are your thoughts on that? Because I think he said, take the straight jacket off me.
Yeah, I always knew that he could throw it, but we just a run first team, so the whole narrative of all on SportsCenter and everything is about Jalen can't throw. What are you going to do if he couldn't throw the ball? But they stacked that box, and he stood tall, man. You know, hitting AJ
against the blitz.
Yeah, that 4th and 5, man. Woo! That 4th and 5.
Yeah,
that was once they hit that, I was like, you know, I feel pretty good about the game after he hit that 4th and 5. How about you, Rob? What you think about that?
I'm right there with you, Ryan, because that's Jalen Hurts' specialty throw for real, from the last couple of years. That's the rainbow, the age. That's the perfect. Nobody could stop it. Like
right.
And that's all we've been wanting. That's all for real. Me as a fan, I've been wanting Jalen Hurts to try a couple times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like the straight jacket comment was a little bit. It was a joke
picking that,
for real,
but now they're trying to pick that apart, of course.
Right.
But he said it was a joke. The straight jacket comment was a joke, but I agree. I do think that it's not like they come down on Jalen, but he's just running what's called. So if they running the ball or they're not, calling those throws, then I think that that's really not on him. But I agree with you where I want to see that, because sometimes I appreciate him protecting the ball, but sometimes it's just like let it go to AJ, because AJ when AJ 1-on-1. He coming down with that, or he coming down with it, or nobody coming down with it. So sometimes I just want him to let it fly to AJ. You can tell he try to wait till AJ wide open instead of just either like throwing him open or just letting AJ go up and get the ball.
But AJ, wasn't that a similar play on a 4th down before a game
against the Giants?
Against the Giants,
that was 4th and 3.
Yeah, against the Giants,
it's the
that
same
play.
It's like a go route, or something. It's it's like a crazy call on a 4th and whatever. But yeah, it was the same exact play, same exact side and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely, but it's like it's a two-way street, right? Because you want your quarterback to protect the ball. Ever since Jalen has been clean with the ball, we damn it ain't lost for real.
Right.
So it's like then if you can add on to that, but that's the thing is like my mind go back to the last Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts threw for the 350, but then you had the fumble, the one turnover. Top of that.
That was a difference in the game.
Like, and it's like he gonna have to do more and be perfect, and it's like it's hard to ask for that, but that's what we asking for.
Yeah, the last time he turned the ball over was Jalen turned the ball. He's fumbled and recovered, but the last time he turned the ball over was he threw a pick in the end zone to Trayvon Diggs against the Cowboys. The first time we played him, that was the last time Jalen's turned the ball over.
Yeah, sure. You're right about that.
That was a long time ago.
And that last pick he threw. That shouldn't even been a pick. And Trayvon, he like stressed out for that.
Yeah, that was a
he
good
really
play.
Stressed out, and I thought Smitty could have. Wasn't it?
It was Smitty, but
I think he could have fought for that ball a little bit more.
Yeah, but Smitty ain't AJ Brown.
Right. The Slim Reaper. That was skinny Batman.
Yeah.
If that was big Batman,
swole big Batman.
If that was swole Batman would have got that.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so he has been real good at protecting the ball lately. So
almost to a fault sometimes, but I rather that than the latter. So,
but Rob, let me make one quick point. But this last game against the Commanders, I was liking how he didn't take the sack, even though he rolled out. He just threw the ball away. You notice that?
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%. And I feel like I was surprised at how healthy he looked after that.
I know. You see that? Yeah,
he took the brace off. He took the brace off.
He took the brace off in that first 40-yard touchdown run. That was significant.
So we can go ahead and kind of pivot into previewing I guess the Super Bowl 57 down in New Orleans. It's today's Saturday, like I was saying, so it's a week from tomorrow. I think Kansas City is opening it up as like a point or a point and a half favorite, which sure. And over wait, you looking at me crazy? That's not true.
Huh?
Super Bowl 59? I said 57. 57 was the last one we went to. My bad. Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. They head down there tomorrow is when they leave. Overall, real quick, I want to ask you, what do you think of? I don't know if you've ever seen the Alshon Jeffrey clip of when he's saying how stupid everything is. He hated all of it. Do you think that like all of that is kind of like a distraction, or is it just something that you think the players should kind of just embrace because it is hard to get there?
So you're referring to media day when he had the shades on.
We were talking to Lane earlier, and he said that he and the team and everybody's trying to keep this as normal of a week as possible, but this is anything but normal. How much fun is this, and how much are you enjoying this experience so far?
Honestly, I think this is terrible doing all this. I think that we could have stayed in Philly and come on Friday or Saturday.
Then you wouldn't get to see Timberlake and all the other celebrities here. It's part of the experience, right?
He a normal person. He bleeds just like I bleed. He go through feelings just like I. So, I mean, he's a celebrity to you. I mean, hats off to him. I listen to his music. I mean, he's a great guy. I mean, great artist. But I'm here to play football. I care less about all that other.
Did you see the temperature for game day on Sunday?
We playing indoors.
If you were outside, though, how would that affect it?
I don't think the Super Bowl will be in the winter. I mean, we'll be here.
Makes sense. They had it cold in New York, right?
I don't think the Super Bowl will be here.
He was like, all this shit is stupid, man. He was like, I hate all this. He was like, really, we just here to play football. I think all this shit is dumb.
I feel like that was one of my favorite interviews.
Yeah.
With the Marshawn Lynch joke. Like,
Yeah.
I could all that. But at the same time, I feel like it's good to have a mix. I feel like any good football team is going to get to the Super Bowl got a mix of guys that's a little bit on the edge and guys that's a little bit more sociable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like we got a good mix. I feel like, Jalen Carter, if anybody, is going to be the one to say some stuff. Like
Yeah.
that. He might come to the mic and let it fly.
Yeah.
He wild for real, But then you got Jalen Hurts, who the CEO. Like, he going to give you what you need. If you're a reporter, he going to give you a little joke. He going to say, oh, yeah, I don't know if the straight jacket going to be on or off.
Right. He always throwing something in the mix.
Darius Slay going to be the one that's going to have the most fun with it because they released the names of all the players that's going to be available on the main podium.
Right.
And Darius Slay is one of them. So he'll
Big
be
play.
But AJ Brown said, I think it was the media in Philly on Wednesday, he was co-signing what Alshon Jeffrey said. He said he feel like a paid actor when he got to do all that and he don't like it. So, but I will ask, what do you think that we need to do? Because I do think the difference in Super Bowl 57 was a turnover. Jalen outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Everybody knows that. But the turnover kind of was the difference. And then the James Bradbury hole, we don't have him no more. So wherever you at, James.
Is it Bradbury or Badberry? I call him Badberry.
Stay on the bench, Bradbury. Stay on the bench.
Is he even going to catch the flight? But anyway, all that to say, what do you think is like the main thing? I was talking to my brother earlier today, and like I just feel like we really have to. We was both in agreement on just having to. Kind of our biggest worry was Jalen against Spags' defense. Like other than that, I don't really see any obviously it's Patrick Mahomes, but the way we were able to contain Jaden Daniels, I feel like if we can shut down Kelsey and can keep Patrick in the pocket, I think we'll be okay. But I just kind of want to ask you that same question. Like, what do you like if your biggest like question mark or concern, what would that be going into the game?
Biggest question mark or concern. I mean, of course, Patrick Mahomes. Biggest question mark or concern. That's a good question. McDuffie, of course. McDuffie
on AJ Brown. Yeah.
Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones is always a game record.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they play him in less snaps this year. Like
they do.
Kelsey, they kind of not having him on the field as much, but he like a specialty, sometimes second, third down type of guy. We're going to have to watch out for him.
Let me ask you something. Am I tripping or do my brother be crying on the sideline? Chris Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He be is he?
Off the anthem, and he did it during the game. Like somebody hit him in the eyes.
I know, but I'm saying I saw tears coming down both cheeks.
Yeah, he be crying. So what?
I'm just saying.
But what's your biggest thing? Question mark.
My biggest question mark is whether Saquon will be able to get off or not. I don't know if they're going to stack the box, 8 in the box, or are they going to slide the linebackers up since we run the RPO so good. And so that's my biggest question mark is that. And if the game is a one-score game, will the refs massage Patrick Mahomes' shoulders? Because they get that massage, bro. Yeah, I mean, they get that special massage, especially when it's a one-score game.
Pause. Don't talk about massages yeah. Now Justin Tucker and some men.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
But my biggest concern is if it's a one-score game. I would feel better if we up by 10 or something like that. But if we up like 3 and Patrick or 4 and Patrick Mahomes he got the ball, it would like about a minute and a half to go. I would feel kind of uncomfortable in that situation.
Of course, yeah.
So my biggest concern is if the game is close or not. Chris Jones as well, and Patrick Mahomes extending plays. That would be my biggest concern.
Yeah. I think that's a big factor. If he has the ball with a minute or under, then it's over. We might as well pack it up. But I really don't think it's gonna come down to that. I would not be. I'm nervous, of course.
Speak it,
but I
sister.
would not be surprised if we beat these people like by 2 scores. Like if we beat them by like 10 plus. Like we are so like we are so much better than them on the players on the field. But I'm gonna give the edge to the Kansas City's coaching staff. I'm gonna give the edge to them.
and Dan and Big Red.
And yeah, I mean, even though Vic Fangio has, I do think he's a top candidate for assistant coach of the year. I think that he's done great. But when I was watching the Josh Allen game or the Buffalo game, and the last play had to have it. The way they disguised that blitz, like stuff like that, it's just, I mean, they sent the corner, I think the safety or somebody wasn't even looking like it was just disguised so well.
I think it was a linebacker.
No, it was a DB. It was a DB.
Oh, it's a DB.
Yeah, and so just stuff like that, we just are gonna have to watch out for. And so yeah, stuff like that is kind of. So I'm gonna get a coaching nod to them. But if we talking about players on the field, Travis Kelce is 100 years old. Like we gotta contain. We have to contain him. Take him away from Patrick Mahomes. Keep him in the pocket. Like I don't know. I don't know. I feel a little confident. I just really do feel like it's kind of our year. But what you think?
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's kind of why I was struggling to think about what I'm worried about. You make a good point with Spags, just because I feel like what game was it? The Packers game in the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
They was sending a lot of blitzes, and I didn't really like how we reacted to it.
Right.
On a little swing out route. When he went up the sideline and stiff arm, that was the only time we reacted to the blitz well. The Rams didn't really have to. I thought the Rams was going to have to. They didn't really have to because they front four was getting home.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's you're right.
I'm wondering why, or I'm wondering if Spags is going to bring that blitz, or is he just going to cloud the line of scrimmage with the 2 linebackers in the middle? If they stacking it like that every play, though, if that's they disguise, then we should have blocking schemes around that. We should be blocking for 5 down linemen or 6 down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and I think
I
think they'll probably leave Duffy 101 on AJ Brown. I think that's going to be a great matchup. I think that I could see both players kind of get, having big moments because I think that they are comfortable doing that.
Right.
But I'm just. And with AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, and Smitty, they played outside of the playoffs. I think they played 1 or 2 games altogether. So I think that there's not that much tape, if you will, of all 3 of them on the field together.
Yeah. So how many games did you say they played together?
I was watching Dallas Goedert's press conference last night. I was watching it. He said 1, but I didn't know it was only 1. He said
they only played 1 game together?
That's what Dallas Goedert said.
Okay.
I believe it because AJ got hurt week 1. He missed week 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then Goddard been out like the whole season.
Practically, he been in there. So Goddard, they all played in Brazil together.
Right.
Dallas Goddard, so that was the only game that they all played together. And then think about the Tampa or the Saints game we played next.
Right.
Smitty got hurt and AJ didn't play. And then the Tampa Bay game, Smitty or AJ didn't play and Goddard played because Goddard was the leading receiver. So it was like as soon as Goddard came back, I think AJ went out.
So Goddard was out on 2 separate occasions for 4 straight games, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I think when Goddard went out at the beginning of the season, AJ came back.
So basically, you might be right. The whole core hadn't been together for maybe 1 or 2 games.
Because think about how much Calcaterra has been in there.
Right, and because Goddard was out on 4 separate occasions, so he was out 4 games.
2 times 4 games.
2 times 4 games. Smitty, then AJ was out 4 games.
Smitty missed 2 games.
And Smitty missed 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
So wow, so yeah, so we didn't have the core together.
That's 10 games right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot of weapons the game plan for. I ain't seen nobody stop it. The Packers ain't stop it.
And we ain't even
the
talk about Saquon.
Ain't stop it.
Nope.
Hey, I'm excited. The other thing I'm thinking about though,
what's that?
How we going to match up on defense? Because we know Quinyon followed the number 1 receiver.
Right.
But is he going with Hopkins or is he going with Worthy? Because it looked like Mahomes favoring Worthy just off of last week and these last couple. Like, is he gonna have to move? Is he gonna go in on Kelsey? That's what I'm looking at too.
So I seen Slay say that if they don't travel, he said they don't travel, they just stick to whatever their side is. But Slay said if somebody were to travel, he was on like one of them freaking Fox shows. That's what Slay said. Slay said they don't travel. Like Slay stay on his side and Quinyon stay on his.
Suppose when they go in motion, they don't.
That's just what Slay said.
Because Worthy do a lot. They do a lot of jet sweeps with Worthy.
Right, but I think that if anybody, I would still say probably have Slay on Worthy because Quinn. I mean, I don't know, but this is just what Slay said. He said if we were to travel with a number 1 receiver, it would be me, but we don't. Right. But like you said, when they go in motion, that'd be Cooper DeJean following whoever in motion.
Cooper
DeJean is in the slot following whoever in motion. So I agree. I think Worthy is. I'm not. DeAndre Hopkins is again. He probably 110 years old. And then
he's still good across the middle though.
He is, but I don't really see him like cooking or torching us. I'm more like Worthy is that's who I feel like we need to focus on.
I think we need to focus on Kelsey too in the tight end position because last game Zach Ertz was eating. He had over 100 yards receiving. I don't know if that's what we was giving him. But Ertz had a big game last. He had over 100 yards in receiving.
Ertz play a little different than Kelsey do though. They don't, like when it comes to the kind of routes and stuff, they not right. I could be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, Travis Kelce always in the middle of the field.
Always in the middle.
And Ertz was kind of killing us on the outside.
On the outside.
I would say that Ertz had a Kelsey-like game last
week.
He
sure did.
About 100 yards.
I know.
10 catches.
Yeah, he did. That was all they got though.
Yeah. And so but they basically
that's what had me thinking like I thought Quinyon followed Scary Terry because every time I seen it, he was on him. I guess maybe he always goes to the same side.
I think that's where Terry was lined up on that side. I think Terry was constantly lined up on Quinyon's side. If you're looking at the field like this, like Terry and Quinyon are always on this side.
Right.
And Slay and whoever is always over here. So I don't even know if Quinyon followed Terry. I just think they were just constantly lining up there. And I think they just trust Quinyon enough, which he's proven himself to be on that side. And you did say, when you called me, it was like, was Quinyon mimicking Jaden Daniels? But he was mimicking Terry McLaurin.
Oh,
because he could do Scary Terry, so he'd do his thing. So Quinyon did it.
Yeah, just like that. Started running. Yeah.
But anyway, so you got any other final thoughts no? I want to ask you, like, what's your bold take for this game? Like, what's something that you think bold prediction that'll happen in this game? We ain't even really talk about Saquon because what else is there left to say? But what's your bold prediction or take for the game?
Yeah, I guess Saquon. It ain't no more bold predictions for Saquon. He done did it all already. Bold prediction. I would say I'm with you in that. I feel like we're gonna win this game by double digits. I will put a 10 spot on. I'm gonna put a 10 spot on it. I'm gonna go ahead and say 34-24. And it's because we're going to get a lead just like we did last time.
Right.
Fast. The defense going to start fast. Offense going to start fast. But in that second half, we're going to be able to run the football.
Ground and pound.
That's the biggest difference. People don't recognize that Miles Sanders had like 11 yards.
Horrible. Kenneth Gainwell had a better game.
Number one. Right, and we was the number one rushing team in the league during that season, like we are this year.
Right,
we run the ball in the second half. It's not enough time for them to come back. When Saquon go to the crib again, pop the champagne.
It's a wrap.
Mine is going to be, I think that Cooper DeJean gets his first career interception. He's been close. Kansas City does not turn the ball over, and we don't turn the ball over. So I think that's going to be, I think whoever has the turnover loses the game.
Right.
But I think that my bowl, I think Coop going to get his. It's Cooper DeJean and Saquon Barkley's birthday. I think Coop gets the pick, and I do think Saquon cribs one.
Okay.
I think both of those things happen.
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback on your point right there. Cooper DeJean going to be big, especially because we played the stat terrible last Super Bowl. Like when they put the 3 receivers in the trips and all that. They was getting all them little easy jumps out. That's all Cooper DeJean area because he played press. He be in the backfield in the back of the line of scrimmage. So yeah, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah. So what's your bold take?
My bold prediction is I can go with Rob with the dime piece. But my bold prediction is that Nolan Smith will get multiple sacks.
That ain't even that bold no more. He's been cooking. Yeah. You think if
he hot.
Yeah, if
he hot.
And BG might be playing.
I don't want him to play. Sit your older. I don't.
You don't want BG to
play? No, I'm okay.
What you got against the old people?
Yeah, I do see very ageist.
Yeah, BG might play, but he might bring us. They might throw him in the rotation and.
Yeah, but he should not be. He should not take or have more snaps than Nolan Smith. No. That is what will kill us. I get it. It's a cute story. I love BG. Let's get the ring for him. But if he can, first of all, he said that he ain't gonna come play unless he can fully go, which I think is I think he's honest about that. However, he should not have more snaps than anybody that's playing right now.
Right, but Mick Fangio.
Leadership on the sidelines.
You're right. Just stay over there screaming, child.
But Fangio, he ain't no dummy. He lets you. He'll see what's going on.
Yeah. Because he said it. He's like, this is not a fair. At the beginning of the year, now Brandon Graham was playing great in that first Rams game when he got hurt. But he was like, this is not a farewell tour for BG. He's been playing good, so I don't think that Vic would let him do whatever. But I just hope it doesn't he doesn't take. I know he was the starter over Nolan Smith, and I feel like I'm missing somebody else. Maybe that's
Nolan Smith, and then Jalen Hurts started getting more snaps.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts had a huge sack against the Rams too. So I just don't think that Brandon Graham should be playing more over those two.
And I don't think he will because Nolan Smith has developed. He developed more ever since BG went out.
Yeah.
Because I hope, I want BG to play, but Nolan Smith, you know how they always say is something when one door closed, another one open. By BG getting hurt, Nolan Smith been doing his thing.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean. So if BG does play, I would want him to play behind Nolan Smith.
Yeah.
And let Nolan Smith go ahead and continue to do his thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Bird gang. Yeah.
You got any thoughts? You agree with that?
Any thoughts on that?
Man, I feel like we done had like the deepest defensive line in the league for years, for real. I feel like we be going like 6, 7, 8 deep, for real. So, I mean, everything is opportunity. And the one thing I'm looking for is us to get home to Patrick Mahomes.
Yes,
gotta get
home.
Yeah, last time we set the record for sacks
and didn't sack him one time.
Didn't touch him.
Hey, but going back to the D line, what's that dude named Majumbo? What's the
Mora Ojomo?
Ojomo. He be getting it in, don't he?
Yeah. I agree. Hassan Reddick did all that hollering in the regular season and didn't come close to sacking Patrick Mahomes. I think they got him once on the first drive, and that was it. So I think that's going to be a big key. I think I hate – I'm not going to use the word hate. I hate that team. I hate the quarter. I hate it all. I hate everything going on in Kansas City, and we've got to stop it. We have got to save America from that. We have got to save America from the 3P. We got to save them from Taylor Swift. We got to save them.
So you don't like the Swifties?
Preach.
The Swifties.
But all right.
All right. Hey, man, Rob, thanks for coming on. And
Thank you for joining us.
And hopefully we can do some more collabos.
And we'll have all your stuff linked down below. Thank you for coming on.
All right, Rob. Go Birds, man.
All right. Thank you for having me, y'all. Be safe.
All right.
Fly.
So we want to just shout out Rob for joining us.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go follow him, and we'll have all that stuff linked down below.
Yep.
Without further ado, I think that'll wrap it up for today's episode.
Yep.
We hope that we are back here with confetti falling on our heads.
Yes.
So make sure y'all just hit that notification bell so you'll know when we come into you next time. You got something to say?
I want to give a shout out to Jeff. I knew you're a KC fan, man, but hopefully, boo. We'll holler at you, Jeff.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next week.
Yeah.